But it became to a point where it was getting too serious, and I don't know if I like that anymore. And I went immediately after that. I went racing motorcycles, and I had much more enjoyment of it, you know. And I became AFM champion in 1978, and then I got a works ride with an Italian company, and I won all the races that year virtually, and that was fun. And then I got married and quit. And then I started racing vintage cars, small GT cars first, and then I got into Formula cars like Formula Atlantic, and then Indy cars, and then sport prototype, and eventually F1, and it was fun, you know. Very costly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But at the time I didn't care. I had the money, you know. We didn't even mind if we would buy a vintage car for like $200,000, you know, big deal, you know, and just write the checks, you know. Different today.
Question. So, Philippe, how do you feel about today's development of D3, where we're heading towards?
As far as slot cars?
Yes. Now we introduced the JL door, which seems to be very successful.
Well, exactly, and that's basically the reason why is because the driving is back. You have to drive these things, and the wing cars have become like they have hit a wall basically. The wall is of aerodynamics, the wall is of power, voltage, 15 different magnets on each side. I mean, it's just crazy.
No challenge anymore.
It's plus you are like this, but it's not that easy, you know, believe me, because you still have to keep track of the car on the track, and I've run 2 of these races so far, and whew, it's fast, you know.
Yeah.
It's fast. So, I mean, even driving my Retro Pro car here is slow, you know, and so I don't know if I want to do any more of that, but I have an admiration for these guys. It's just incredible technology, but when you consider the number of motors you have to have at like $500-600 a motor, I said, forget it, you know. So it's just too costly of a hobby for what it brings to you.
Yeah.
So in comparison, you can get a GL door car for like $100 or less, and they last forever, you know. So, you know.
It seems like everyone enjoyed themselves doing the jail door. I haven't met one person who was negative about it. I mean, I just positive things.
It's absolutely positive. It's fun. It's great. It's a lot of enjoyment. And now the problem is that I'm starting to get a little bit too old to drive these things. I'm starting to lose them and whatever. I'm 66 and it starts to get on me. So I might kind of let go before too long, you know.
Oh, okay.
So, but.
How did Mike came up with this whole thing? How did it like to be?
Because when D3 was created, we made a mistake. And the mistake was we allowed a car that Paul had that had a brass pan chassis with bent up ears for the front axle that really was not vintage. And we allowed it because we didn't see any harm of it. And then Brian Warmack came, and Brian is the smartest guy you can ever imagine. And he said, this is cool, I'm going to improve on it. And he made those kits, and suddenly those cars were unbeatable. And the problem is that it's great, but it's not what we were trying to do. So Mike, I think, got a little bit upset with that and said, we are going to go back the way we wanted to do it, and the GL door. And so now the GL door is
pure vintage, what was intended originally.
Yeah.
Green is Tory, orange
So
is Mike,
that's where we are today.
blue is Barney, yellow is Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Time to go racing.
Thank you so much, Philippe.
My pleasure.
Thank you. It was
Here you go.
to have you.
Of course.
I mean, really have to have you.